Shiba Inu is about to explode. You guys are not going to want to miss this. What is going on, guys? Kyle with Finance Bro here. Welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today. We're talking about Shiba Inu in today's specific video, guys, and I'm very excited to get into all of the different pieces of news and overall information that we want to get into about this token today. Now, first things first, though, guys, if you guys want to pick up a free stock with the first link down in our description below, you could potentially get a free stock worth up to $300, guys. As you can see right there, I got a free stock that was worth over $300 of Amazon. You potentially could too. Why not try your hand? Hit that first link down in the description below, make an account, sign up and deposit at least $1, and you guys will get to take advantage of that either way. Now, overall, Shiba Inu is down about 1.37% over the last 24 hours. Not something that I'm super concerned about in general. One of the reasons for this, if you look at the overall cryptocurrency market, right, we're doing okay. We're doing all right, right? This is not something to really be too worried about. Bitcoin broaching still $40,000. Ethereum still floating around that 30,000 or 3,000 rather to 2,000 kind of dollar level. But again, as long as these markets can hold up and be strong over the next couple of days, I'm really not too worried about any of the movement that we're currently seeing with Shiba Inu in the overall market at large. Now, again, if we look, right, we need a little bit more consolidation here, right? If we look beyond the fundamentals, because the fundamentals of Shiba Inu are still really solid, right? We're still getting brand new events, new developments and overall project ecosystem additions that are happening pretty much on a daily basis. That's a good sign, right? That's a very good sign of an overall healthy project. Now, unfortunately, if we look at the overall technicals right now, we're not really seeing a lot of bullish, technicals, right? We're seeing a pretty substantial downtrend that we've formed over the last couple of days. Keep that in mind. We're also seeing some pretty negative moving, averages, and also we're not seeing a lot of consolidation, right? One of the things I always try to talk to you guys about and try to keep this in mind is consolidation. Consolidation is super key to the future of this token, and the reason for that is, of course, to keep it at a level that's going to sustain itself, right? We need to see that stable kind of movement that we saw previous to these huge rallies to those new all-time highs. If you look down here, right, if you look pretty much all throughout here for the last couple, for those months back in 2021 to pretty much all of summer, we saw major consolidation. No huge movements in price up or down, a lot of overall stabilization, and nothing too crazy moving out in either way. Now, again, what we're looking at here, unfortunately, is not really the case. We're seeing a lot of downward movement. We're seeing a lot of push towards that downside. Now, here is why, unfortunately, guys, we might see a little bit more of a pullback here with Shiba Inu sooner rather than later. Let's read a little bit about this and see. So even though macro developments may have created noise on Shiba Inu's chart, the price actions still show a clear trajectory. The brief period of gains was offset by a larger downtrend on the 4-hour chart. The current trend projected a new low at the literal 2010 level, suggesting an end to the brief rally. And this is kind of what we're looking at here as far as overall technicals go. I'll open this so we can get a closer look. As you can see, this is the active downtrend that I was talking about, guys. This is something that is very clear to see. This is not really up for debate at this point. We are in a bit of a downtrend, unfortunately, but we are moving very steadily towards that, of course, demand zone. Now, when we hit that demand zone, it is possible for us to see a large portion of dip buyers move into the market and, of course, push that push the Shiba Inu overall price of coins up in a positive direction. Now, keeping all this in mind, though, guys, again, market conditions do always kind of prevail past these types of technical indicators. And what I mean by that is that, again, if Russia and Ukraine, let's say if there's more developments in that region of the world, if we see more negative news come out from that, we could have a few more issues involved with that. So please keep that in mind, guys, and be aware of what's going on in the world like that as well. This is actually pretty cool, guys. This is the next piece of news that I wanted to talk about. Milkshake herself, or themselves, I don't know their pronouns or who they are, obviously, but again, they basically went in and talked to a very specific exchange and got Shiba Inu listed in a matter of hours. Literally, it was a short conversation. As you can see, Vivid Money to list Shiba Inu will be the 99th exchange to get a Shib on board. Milkshake pretty much facilitated all of this transaction. Essentially, it's not even a transaction, all of this, I guess, conversation, if you want to call it that, and they essentially moved that entire deal forward. Now, why this is a big deal, because you're probably like, I don't use Vivid, I don't know anybody who uses Vivid, why should I care? Why this is a big deal, right? 99th exchange to list Shiba Inu. one more, and it's the 100th exchange to list Shiba Inu, right? And again, there could be some small exchange that lists in the next couple of hours or something, like, I'll totally give that credit. But what a lot of people seem to be pointing at here is, of course, Robinhood, right? Oh, Robinhood's going to be the 100th exchange to list Shiba Inu. It's going to change everything. It's going to be amazing. Maybe. We have to see, guys. We have to see that, again, there's no real kind of concrete evidence here that, Robinhood is absolutely going to list Shiba Inu next, and they're going to be the 100 exchange listing. But I do think it's interesting that we're kind of reaching that many exchanges that have listed Shiba Inu in general, and we're still not seeing any word from Robinhood. We're still not seeing any kind of movement from Robinhood. It really makes me wonder, like, hey, when are you guys going to list this token? Are you ever going to list this token? I think eventually they will. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Do you guys think they'll ever list it? I would love to know your overall thoughts and opinions about it either way. Last little thing here, guys, before we do that, make sure you join our private Discord if you haven't already. Some of the benefits includes one-on-one interactions in the Discord and Patreon with us exclusively. You also get our daily crypto alerts. This includes when we're buying, includes first look at new cryptos that we are looking to get into, and of course includes crypto market strategies and overall updates and articles and information that we come across that we think that you guys might find useful. If any of that sounds interesting, guys, hit that second link down in the description below and get signed up if you haven't already. Shaitoshi is talking to the haters. He says Shiba Inu is a work in progress, and Shaitoshi really would like you to know that. As you can see, this tweet right here says, funny you say that, don't start calling everybody utters, meaning 98% of the people who call you out for not closing big deals. Third most popular crypto on the planet, yet you can't close one big deal. Ooh, where's Microsoft, Warner Brothers? The burns will come. And then Shaitoshi responds, our own system and collection of companies that will add work with us and help us grow, burn and add value, and we've only been at it for a bit over a year. You think this is instant? Intro us to Microsoft and tell me what I'm offering them. Our ecosystem? Right. Let us finish then. Wow. Okay, so this is interesting, right? So Shaitoshi has been more and more active in the overall community lately, especially talking to the holders, talking to the Shiba Inu army, and even people who are like this, who maybe aren't as big of a fan as Shiba Inu. And you know what? OTC Reaper, this guy who is, of course, responding to Shaitoshi, I think actually kind of has a point, right? He's like, hey, where's the big partnerships, right? Like, how have you not closed partnerships? You're literally number 14th in the world. Like, how have you not closed any more partnerships so far? And I think that is irrelevant. That's a relevant point. I think Shaitoshi makes a even better counterpoint though, and says, hey, we've only been at this for a year. Like, calm down. Like, we're gonna get there. Just please be patient with us. Like, we are even though we are a big cryptocurrency project, we're still having a lot of developments behind the scenes that need to be done, and there's just overall a lot of work that still remains to be seen and overall done. And once it is done, I think we're going to see a lot more movement from this token. But it's a process, guys. You got to trust the process. You got to be patient. I know that sucks. I know being patient is very, very difficult. I know that nobody wants to hear that, especially when we see Shiba Inu token move like this and move from going green and doing amazing to just dumping all the way back down to the previous lows that it was at. I know it's frustrating, guys. I get it. Other than that, though, guys, that's all I have for you guys today. I'm Kyle with Finance Bro. Take it easy.